and my dear friends. So, my name is Anvita, and I'm here to tell you what is recruitment. So, when the word recruitment comes into our mind, so what does this come? So, this is the process of identifying the persons and the talents to get the job. So, when we come to this one, so this is the main source and the main platform for the persons to show their ability, their attitude, and their attitude and the things for which they can achieve their goals in an organization. So suppose an organization has set some goals that you need so and so qualification to achieve that. So this recruitment is that the employees will what they need to do. So in this we have two types, like internal recruitment and external recruitment. So when we come to the word internal recruitment, so internal, when the word internal comes into our mind, what flashes out? Internal means inside. So when we remember inside, in this internal recruitment, we need three key points to be remembered. Like when we learn that internal recruitment, these 3 points flashes to our mind. That is transfer, promotion, and employment references. So when we come to this internal recruitment, this internal recruitment happens only within inside the company. So suppose let's take a bank, and you're a bank employee, and so you are an internal recruitment already in the company. So what happens? So going on, you get transfers, promotions, and etc. So what does this transfer means? So transfer nothing but, so you already are having a job. Suppose you are a manager of the company, so you get the transfer. The thing is, you get transferred to the other bank, other branch of a bank, but the work which you are doing will be the same. And when it comes to the promotions, you're a employee, so you get employed to the top employee, like a boss of your employees. So this happens here. Whereas the ex employees, so already you are an employee of the company and you have resigned to the company. So there is a chance in which the employees, like the manager, can ask you to come back to the company again. So this happens in the internal recruitment. So when we come to the external sources, external nothing but outside. So what is meant by external recruitment? We have seven types. So one is direct recruitment, unsolicited applications, advertisement, employment agencies, educational institutions, labor contract recommendations. So let's discuss one by one. So first, what is direct recruitment? So this is an important source in which you're like they'll be placing a notice on the notice board, and you can know that so and so companies having so and so vacancies, what are the requirements and all to get into the company. This happens in the direct recruitment, and this is the cheapest way which the company does not need to invest anything or anything. And what happens in this direct recruitment is, so when you go on a company, and like they will not go on telling that they will not provide advertisements and all. So they just post on the notice board, like when you get so suppose in our college, so you have any announcements, so what happens, they'll just post it on the notice boards, and you guys go and check it out. The same thing happens in the direct recruitment also. So next, when you go for unsolicited applications, so many qualified employees, they choose with the unsolicited applications, like they go for they choose the reputed companies. So this, like, a person in search of the employment may contact the employers through telephones, postcards, and all. So when we come to the telling that reputed companies, what are these reputed companies? So these are the top companies, out of which, like, we come to an example like Infosys, Tech Mahindra, like TCS. These all are some of the top companies which many of the people uh, they want to get into that company. They choose that companies. So that is called reputed companies. So, and let me tell that in Denmark, many of these companies, they fill their job through these unsolicited applications itself, because it is generally that the job seekers, like you need to go and submit your resume to the company. And when there is a vacancy based on your resume, like you have qualification that I know I am perfect in some so and so programs, so and so is my qualification. So based on your qualification, when you have a vacancy, the company itself calls you. The company itself calls you, telling that there is so and so vacancy, you can get into the job. Or we can also contact the company to for the vacancies. So this happens, and many, and So this mainly happens in Denmark. Most of the employees, they choose these unsolicited applications like reputed companies and all. This happens here. And next, let's go for. And one more thing I want to tell you, when you're filling an unsolicited application, so this is an unsolicited application which I am giving, like that like Mr. Lewis, he's some of the person, so he's giving for a market manager. So what we need to include in this is the person has to include where he has heard about this company, and why is he choosing this company, and you have to write the qualification and what are his skills. So next, let's go for advertising. So what is meant by advertising? So many of the companies, like let's take Infosys and all. They go if there is a vacancy, like for higher positions or many jobs are there. Suppose the company is choosing for many applications. So what they do, they give an advertisement via, like you go on with social media advertisements, and you even go on with advertisements in the newspapers. So this happens in advertisement. And this is an example, so where I'm showing you that advertisement. See, they have given sales manager, the we need so and so education qualification, so and so salary will be paid and all. So this happens here. And one more thing, this advertisement attracts people. So when we take an example, we buy toothpaste, soaps, etc. So what you do, you watch an advertisement in a television, you get attracted to that, and you buy the product. The same thing, the companies advertise to attract the employees to get into their companies. The thing, and this happens in an advertisement. So when we come for the employment agencies, and this is the good source for getting placed in a company. So what happens in an employment agencies? So see, like to the right side we have job seekers who are looking for a work, and the employers looking for the workers. So this employment agency acts as a bridge between the job seekers and the employers. So how we'll get it out, how this agency bridges a gap. So first, let me take an example. So when you come for marriage bureaus nowadays, like see, we post one of our pics and what are the qualifications and all into the marriage bureau, and they send to the person and they select, and again the marriage bureau. So marriage bureau acts as an employment agencies between the people. So the same thing happens here. So like it starts with a job seeker who applies for the job, and the agencies might have attracted the job seekers in variety of ways, like advertisements and etc. So job boards, like mouth of word, nothing but like my friend comes and tell me that this is the company. So this happens because the employment agencies tells my friend that I'll pay you so much, so and so, so you attract the your friend to get into this company. This happens here. And so what, and so when you get into this employee agency, what they do is the employee agency check out your resumes or your qualifications, and they give you some training based on the company, and they make you ready for for a company. So what happens? These employee agencies, they take. So suppose I am there. I went to an employee agency and I gave all my qualification. So what they do, based on my qualification, they check out which company is like asking for my qualifications, and these employee agencies place me to the organization. So this organization will pay a few amount to the employment agencies. So this happens in the employment agencies, and these employment agencies are which helps in exchange of job givers in contact with the job seekers. And this is a good source of recruitment for skilled and unskilled labors also. And see, the way they sort out is via interviews, and they sort out the people who are out of 100 people, they sort out 10 or 11 based on the qualifications. They filter out and choose one out of them, and they give it to the company. So when we come for educational institutions, so when we come to our college, let's take an example of our college itself. So we are studying in RYMC, and see, these are our campus placements which we have got recently. And so what is this? Is these some of the companies, they they come out with taking that I want a student who, like they come for the educational institution, and they give some exams, some interviews, everything will go on in a process. And these choose educational institutes because you the generation grows up, and we get new technologies developed and all. So many of these companies choose educational institutions. Mostly the Infosys, TCS, Tech Mahindra, these companies, they choose the educational institutions for the employers, and they don't provide the jobs which were outside and all. They'll not choose them. Mostly they select from the educational institutes itself. Next, when we come for labor contract, so often unskilled and semi-skilled workers are recruited through this labor contract. Like see the shifting reports, they take on the employee details, the attendance, and all will be checked by this labor contract. So when we come, let's take an example with civil contracts and all. So what is the work of the labor contract there is? So he what he does is he will collect some 10 or 11 labors, and he collects 10 or the 11 labors, and he'll be telling that you'll be getting so and so salary. So what he do is, like suppose I have industry. So what this labor contractor do is they give us labors to the industry, and these industries pay to the labor contractors. This happens in the labor contract. And when we come for recommendations, so what is recommendations? Like already my friend or my relative is already working in their organization. So this would be the best source where the person can get into the company. Suppose like one of my friend is working in the company. So I want to join to the company. So he can recommend his boss that he is having so and so qualification. He is very good at job. He can like he can change the boss mind of the boss and all, and he can help me get into the company. So when these recommendations, even they include MLA recommendations, etc., etc. But even there are recommendations where you need to pay and enter into the company. So this happens in the recommendations, and many friends, relatives, and all. And one more thing, the main benefit of these recommendations is so you can easily get into a company without giving your no need of large number of struggle and all. And one more disadvantage is, so the boss or the anyone will not be knowing what exactly he is having the skills and all. So there is one more disadvantage that later the boss will be knowing what wrongs they are doing, and what they are not good at. So this happens in the recommendations. So I think you all have understood what I have explained. Thank you so much for giving your time and listening to my project. Thank you so much.
Nice. It was a very good.
Thank you, sir.
Nice. It was a very good presentation, Anvita. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
And when it comes to the point of presentation, this is how we can present the slides. Okay. As she has done, she explained in her own words on the concepts which this is what everyone has to adopt. And when it comes to Anvita, you have done your job, but your communication skills are good. But some
Thank you, sir.
some more examples which you can elaborate when it comes to the employment, like you have explained with a simple examples, that is fine, and students will be able, your friends will be able to understand the concepts. But one
Yes,
thing
yes.
is, you need some more explanation, some more,
Yeah, sir.
you can add
Like
some
I
more masala to
wanted to
it.
take a lot of time, sir. So I was explaining in short and sweet,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
if we
I
go
understood.
long, sir, they'll
I
be bored.
understood. I understood. Uh, if you, this is fine. This is fine for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. That's not an issue. But in future, I will give you some time, some more time, at least for half an hour, and I will give you
Sure,
the
sir.
concept. Okay, you can prepare and you can explain to your friends also. Anyhow, good.
Sure, sir.
Uh, Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.